Everyone, good evening. Welcome to the session about Introduction to R Programming Language. Well, before getting into the session, let me give you a bit introduction about myself. My name is Smanju and I'm currently pursuing my BSc Data Science in Aditya Degree College, Kakinada. Well, now let us learn about R programming language. The agenda of this session in particular would be Introduction to R programming language, History of R programming features. Features in the sense the special attractions of R programming language, feature scope of R. This means the opportunities you will get in the future by learning R and getting familiarized with R. This means having good knowledge with R or about R. Well, what exactly is R programming language? R is a software environment which is used to analyze statistical information and graphical representation. Now let us discuss this sentence in a brief manner. So R is a software environment which is open source and this is used to analyze statistical data. Analyze in the sense to examine the data. Data means statistical information and or also helps in graphical representation because the information is much easier to grasp in graphical way. So R is a very powerful programming language widely used in the data science world. And R is a language and environment that is primarily built for statistical computing and graphics. R allows us to do modular programming using functions. Modular programming in the sense separating the functionality of a program to independent modules such that each contains everything necessary to execute only one aspect of the desired functionality. So this programming language was named R based on the first name letter of the two authors, Robert Gentleman and Ross Ihaka. R is an interpreted computer programming language. This means R doesn't require any compiler, which was created by Ross Ihaka and Robert Gentleman at the University of Auckland, New Zealand. So R is primarily built for statistical computing and graphics. But due to its huge popularity, now R has enough provisions to implement machine learning and deep learning algorithms in a fast and efficient manner. The R development core team currently develops R. It is also a software environment used to analyze statistical information, graphical representation, reporting, and data modeling. R is a dialect of the S language. This means R is the implementation of the S programming language, which is combined with lexical scoping semantics. R not only allows us to do branching and looping, but also allows us to do modular programming as we have discussed in the previous slide using functions. R allows integration with the procedures written in the C++, .NET, Python and Fortran languages to improve efficiency. This means R is compatible with many other programming languages. In the present era, R is one of the most important tools which is used by researchers, data analysts, statisticians and marketers for retrieving, cleaning, analyzing, visualizing and presenting data. The steps mentioned at the last are the important steps in the data science cycle process. So S language was developed by John Chambers, Rick Becker and others at the Bell Labs, for which he got ACM Software System Award in 1998. But he donated his prize money US $10,000 to the American Statistical Association. S language was started in 1976 as an internal statistical analysis environment. remember this term as it is very important. S language was started in 1976 as an internal statistical analysis environment. Okay. Alright, so this is implemented originally in Fortran libraries and it was rewritten in C language in 1988. So the key idea behind the creation of S language and later R language was to provide a language which is suitable for interactive data analysis as well as for writing longer programs. So history of R programming, as most of this is discussed in the previous slide, let us discuss again. So the history of R goes back about 20 to 30 years ago. R was developed by Ross Ihaka and Robert Gentleman in the University of Auckland, New Zealand, and the R development core team currently develops it. This programming language name is taken from the name of both the developers, Ross Ihaka and Robert Gentleman. The first project was considered in 1992. The initial version was released in 1995 and in 2000 a stable beta version was also released. So as you can see in the slide, this is the R logo, R programming language logo. So now let us discuss about features of R programming. Features means special attractions of R programming. So R is an open source environment and it is an interpreted language. This means R doesn't require any compiler. And R language is very powerful and highly extensible software. It is simple and effective programming language which has been well developed. This means getting well acquainted with R language doesn't require much programming skills. While you know some basic skills, you can get into R. It is data analysis software. It is a well designed, easy and effective language which has the concepts of user defined looping. R contains many looping functions, that means control statements like for loop, conditional statements and various input output facilities. It has a consistent and incorporated set of tools which are used for data analysis. For different types of calculation on arrays, lists and vectors, R contains a suite of operators. It provides effective data handling and storage. It provides highly extensible graphical techniques. R has strong graphical capabilities. R can produce static graphics with production quality visualizations and has extended libraries providing interactive graphic capabilities. This makes data visualization and data representation very easy. R has highly active community. R has an open source library which is supported by its growing number of users. It also allows us to perform multiple calculations using vectors. So R has some special features even, including data wrangling. Data wrangling is a process of cleaning complex and inconsistent data sets to enable convenient computation and further analysis. And R is a machine independent. This means R supports cross-platform operation. In the sense, it can be used on many different operating systems. Future scope of R. So by learning R, the opportunities you will get in the future are mentioned here. These are some of the opportunities. The first one is data scientist. The profession of data scientist is the most demanding job role. A data scientist is supposed to extract, transform it into structured format, perform analysis, forecast, feature insights. For this purpose, R is the most ideal tool as it provides efficient data handling capability as well as robust set of analysis and machine learning tools. And the second role is business analyst. A business analyst has to develop solutions that are technical in nature for the various business problems. They are required to seek solutions, advance the efforts of the company as well as fulfill the requirements of the business. For this purpose, R provides various business intelligence tools through its extensive packages. And the third job role is data analyst. A data analyst is responsible for extracting and analyzing data. Analyzing in the sense examining the data. This task requires extensive usage of R's statistical libraries to deliver accurate results so that the companies can make careful data driven decisions. Data visualization expert is the fourth job role. R is most popular for its visualization libraries. Due to this reason, data visualization experts in R programming are in demand in the industries. The various packages of R like ggplot2, plotly, etc. provide visually appealing graphics and plots to their users. And the last one is quantitative analyst. Quantitative analysts are engaged in the financial and banking industries. These industries have to deal with all types of data and R provides an ideal solution to their various data problems. Now let us discuss the pros and cons of R. R is an open source environment. So this is a great advantage. This means that anyone can work with R without any need for a license or a fee. Furthermore, you can contribute towards the development of R by customizing its packages, developing new ones, and resolving issues. The array of packages. R has a vast array of packages with over 10,000 packages in the cron repository. Cron means Comprehensive R Archive Network. The number is constantly growing. These packages appeal to all the areas of industry. R has qualitative plotting and graphing. R is platform independent. This means R can be used on many different operating systems. R can perform machine learning operations as well. R can be used for machine learning because the best use of R when it comes to machine learning is in case of data exploration or when building model. Now let us discuss the disadvantages of R programming language. R programming language shares its origin with a much older programming language S. This means that its base package does not have support for dynamic or 3D graphics with common packages of R like ggplot2, plotly. It is impossible to create dynamic 3D as well as animated graphics. So R has a weak origin. Data handling. In R, the physical memory stores the objects. This is in contrast to other languages like Python. Furthermore, R utilizes more memory as compared with Python. Also, R requires the entire data in one single place, that is in the memory. Therefore, it is not ideal option when dealing with big data. However, the data management packages and integration with Hadoop possible. This is easily covered. And R is a complicated language. This means R is not an easy language to learn. It has a steep learning curve. Due to this, people who do not have prior programming experience may find it difficult to learn R. The next disadvantage is lesser speed. R packages and the R programming language is much slower than other programming languages like MATLAB and Python. The next disadvantage is the algorithms in R are spread across different packages. Programmers without prior knowledge of packages may find it difficult to implement algorithms. Why use R programming? R is important for data science. R plays a very important role in data science. You will be benefited with the following operations in R. You can run your code without any compiler. R is an interpreted language. Hence, we can run code without any compiler because R interprets the code and makes the development of the code easier. Many calculations done with vectors. R is a vector language. So anyone can add functions to a single vector without putting in a loop because loops are generally very complex. Hence, R is a powerful and faster than other programming languages. Statistical language are used in biology, genetics as well as in statistics. R is a turning complete language where any type of task can perform. R is used in biology for statistical analysis of the data like genetics. Applications of R programming. R is used in academics, healthcare, government, retail, technology, electronics, manufacturing, media, finance, energy, insurance and many other sectors. So now let us discuss importance of R in some sectors. In finance, data science is most widely used in financial industry. R is the most popular tool for this role. This is because R provides an advanced statistical suite that is able to carry out all the necessary financial tasks. So with the help of R, financial institutions are able to perform downside risk measurement, adjust risk performance and utilize visualizations like candlestick charts, density plots, drawdown plots, etc. In healthcare, genetics, bioinformatics, drug discovery are some of the fields in healthcare that make heavy usage of R. With the help of R, these companies are able to crunch data and process information, providing an essential backdrop for further analysis and data processing. In social media, for many beginners in data science and R, social media is a data playground. Sentiment analysis and other forms of social media data mining are some of the important statistical tools that are used with R. Social media is also a changing field for data science because the data prevalent on social media websites is mostly unstructured in nature. R is used for social media analytics, for segmenting potential customers and targeting them for selling your products. And R is also used in e-commerce, in manufacturing. And R has many real life use cases. Like Facebook uses R to update status and its social network graph. Google uses R to calculate ROI on advertising campaigns and to predict economic activity and also to improve the efficiency of online advertising. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the session.